Hey everybody, welcome to Mass Media Galaxy. I'm Brandon,
I'm Eric.
and we just got done seeing Jason Bourne. I want to say the Bourne something, but it's definitely not that.
We need the perfect weapon.
So, Jason Bourne, this is the fourth, or some will say fifth installment of the Bourne Identity franchise. This is the fourth one, not the fifth one, starring Matt Damon. It also brings in Tommy Lee Jones, Alicia Vikander. You also have Julia Stiles returning. What do you think?
Well, it's, I guess, number one, it's nice to have Paul Greengrass back. I really like his directing style. But overall, I actually enjoyed this movie pretty much. I mean, in the summer of shit, it's hard to find movies that stand out. This movie wasn't anything special, I don't think, but when you've been drudged through all these terrible movies all summer long, it's nice to see something that, it's not refreshing because it's obviously an old idea. It's the same plot every single time. But overall, I enjoyed this movie. It's one of the better action movies. Most of the more fun, I guess, I've had this summer than a lot of other movies we've seen. So, what were your initial impressions of it?
It's definitely not shit, but I will say it's disappointing to me. You hit the nail on the hammer. You hit the hammer on the nail right there. It was basically the same movie. Take the Bourne Supremacy, the second one, it's the exact same movie.
Yeah.
Right from the beginning to the end. It's the exact same beat for beat rehash, and I kind of dislike it for that. The installments of Tommy Lee Jones and Alicia Vikander are great.
Yeah,
I
good
will
additions.
say.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones is perfect for the role that he plays. I think
That's the only role he ever plays now, so
Yeah.
get used to it.
Yeah, and Alicia Vikander does really good in the role. There's not much to her role, I thought, for her to do, but she does really solid in it, and I think she's fantastic. I think she's talented enough to be the next Meryl Streep. I think she's that good.
Oh yeah.
But the one problem I had with her in this role was I couldn't quite get it if she was trying to do an American accent or not. Like her accent kept kind of coming through, and I wasn't too sure exactly what she was trying to do. So that was
you're very clear. Riz Ahmed is doing an American accent in this film. Yeah, you're right. Because when they said her name 3 or 4 times at the beginning of the movie, I didn't know it was Heather Lee until I saw it on like a freaking name card.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what is her name? She keeps skipping over it so quickly. But yeah, I'm gonna point that one out.
So that was a little bit of a problem through my head throughout. Julia Stiles in this. Not a fan of her acting, but overall, the rest of the performances were all really solid. Matt Damon was good. Nothing spectacular, but solid.
It's cool to see him punch people in the face. So, yeah. But, I guess, like I said, it's, congratulations, Paul Greengrass. You got us to pay to see the same movie 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Almost specifically the same movie twice in a row. And that's probably the biggest problem I have with the movie is I know exactly when everything is going to happen. When they try to set something up that you're not, you're supposed to be surprised by, I'm not surprised by it. I know that this guy's going to turn on this guy, and I know this person isn't what they seem. You just know it through the whole movie, because once they start setting things up, you're like, oh, that's right, this is a Bourne movie. He's going to be a bad guy, he's going to be a good guy in the end. He'll turn around, and he won't turn around. I like the revenge plot a little bit more. I like that assassin that chases him down in this one I liked a lot, kind of more than Carl Urban, and whoever it was from the other movie, I can't remember. But
a little bit more motivation for Bourne.
Exactly, yeah. So it kind of made more sense. I always pointed out about these movies, too, is they don't meander very often. They stick straight on their plot. If they set something up, they knock it down at the end, and they definitely did that with this movie. The action is, it's kind of standard. It really, nothing surprises you. And with the shaky cam in this movie, I can say it's an improvement. In some of the other Bourne movies, man, you can't really have no idea what's going on. This movie has shaky cam in it, but I think it's better done in this movie, a little bit easier to see what's going on than it is in the other films, which is important because some of those apartment action scenes in like Bourne Ultimatum when they're fighting in close quarters, I almost want to throw up when I'm in there. So it was good that he pulled back a little bit. And that Vegas action scene, man, I loved it. So you see in the trailer, I thought it was a lot of fun. It was best car chase of the whole series so far. So
I don't know about that. I will agree that it is very well paced and that there is no excess baggage, so that is good.
That's a nice thing.
But with Paul Greengrass, he does a good job of telling a well paced story, but I hate the shaky cam. You cannot tell what the hell is going on in any of the action scenes, and I can't really comment on whether or not it's better in this movie because you recently rewatched.
Yeah, I just watched all three of them
the
like this
trilogy.
week, basically. Just
I
catching
haven't.
up.
I haven't seen them in at least 6, 7 years.
It's been
maybe.
9 years since
So
the
I
last
can't.
Bourne.
So I can't really say whether or not it's better or improves, but I'll go with your word. But I don't know. So.
Yeah. Yeah, but overall, it's you can't say this is a bad movie, and you can't say it's a good movie. You kind of say it's just an average movie.
Yeah.
In all honesty, unless you're like a huge fan of this franchise, I wouldn't rush out to see this one at the theater. This is good enough to watch on TV one night when everyone's kind of sitting around just having a good time. Hey, let's watch a fun action movie. This is not something I don't think you should rush out to the theater for, to be quite honest.
No,
but yeah,
I would
do
say
you agree
that.
with me there? Yeah. But overall, yeah, you're right. Performance is good, action okay. Another cool thing about this movie is it does get better as it goes along. It starts out really slow, and most of the Bourne movies do, but I feel like this one took a little extra time in the beginning to bore the hell out of you, so that by the end of the movie, you were like, wow, that was really exciting, because those first 30 minutes made me want to fall asleep. But once you make it past that, the movie rolls on, and it's just kind of a standard fun action movie. Nothing too special for sure.
Right. Yeah, I think the biggest fault of this movie that's just sort of forgettable. It just sort of sort of blends into the other Bourne movies, and they sort of blend together. You can't really tell them apart at some point if they continue to make these movies, which the ending indicates that we're going to see more of these if it does well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it probably will. I think it's slated for a good 50, 60 million again, and it'll make that money worldwide. International audiences love seeing movies like this, and it taking place all over Europe and all over America usually gets people in the theater. So
right.
I think we'll definitely see another Bourne movie.